have to talk about REITs. Have to talk about REITs. And I think this period, it may make sense for you to look at REITs again. Why is that so? Okay, let's look at the REITs index. Let's look at the REITs index. Okay, so it seems like that is again another little correction. So probably it's time to pick up some REITs. So I always buy on deep lah. Okay, in fact for REITs, I buy on monthly basis, but usually when it's deep, I buy a little bit more. So yep, may make sense for you all to pay attention on REITs again. And for today, I actually pick up Keppel REIT. Keppel REIT. So this is my standard REITs analysis. What are the properties? They have 11 grade A properties, and all these are grade A properties. So in Singapore, they actually own Ocean Financial Center, Marina Bay Financial Center, Raffles Quay, Keppel Bay Tower. So all the very nice and swanky office. Australia, they also have property in Australia, also have property in South Korea. And just to give you a visual of how the properties look like, also these are your tall and swanky grade A type. I always like to joke, these are the office, these are the, how do you know whether it's grade A? If you go to the building, there's no leave button one. No leave button for you to press. Very likely it's grade A. I always like to joke. So anyway, grade A means they're the tall and swanky, the newer office building in the area. So this is how the Singapore properties look like. Australia, okay, this is how the Australia properties look like. All your tall and swanky, the newer properties. And the South Korean one. Okay, Chunun, very good question. Work from home, does it affect office usage? Okay, later I have an article to share. Okay. So the standard things I look at for REITs is, of course, the property and where is their allocation. Okay, so as you can see here, they are predominant in Singapore, 78%, Australia 18%, and South Korea 3.4%. So you buy REITs, you're a property owner, so location. I'm quite sure you heard enough. Okay, you heard enough. So please at least bother to take a look at the property. Please at least bother to find out where are they. Then have an opinion whether is this the property you are interested in. Also, to me, I like the properties. Grade A office, I like it. Singapore, Australia, South Korea, I don't think there's an issue. Okay, the other main thing I actually look at is the occupancy. Okay, anyone can remember what is the minimum occupancy rate I will accept? What is the minimum occupancy rate that I will accept? Or occupancy rate must be more than how many percent? So in fact, it's on the slides already. Anyone can help me here? Okay, thank you so much. Yes, must be more than 90%, which is in this case, must be more than 90%. So these are the things I look at. I don't really look at WALY. And if you're interested, what does WALY means? WALY is weighted average lease expiry. Okay, so it shows on average how long the lease is actually going to expire. Okay, if you are someone who is looking for very stable tenant, would you prefer this number to be higher, better, or lower, better? Very stable tenant, higher, better, or lower, better? Thank you so much. Higher, better. Okay, but to me, I don't look at it. Why? Because if let's say if we are in an environment whereby the rental keep going up, okay, in fact lower is better, because your rental will only get reviewed when there is a change of tenant, or at least most of your rental get reviewed when there's a change of tenant. So if let's say you lock in for too long, okay, your rental growth may be capped. Okay, in any case, WALY is not my main consideration. I don't look at WALY. Okay, so this is just to share what the market thinks of WALY. Okay, stability. You want stable, higher, better. If you ask me, I don't look at it. Growth in DPU. So Laura asked a question: this is just compared to previous year? Okay, what they want to say here is this year-on-year basis, the DPU, dividend per unit, went up by 1%. Hey, Laura, hope I answer your question. Huh? Okay, so my standard analysis for REITs, number one, look at the property. Where are they? Take a look at their picture. Of course, will be good. Can go and take the physical one. Okay, so down here, what I'm looking for is their allocation, occupancy rate. This is the main one. Okay, must be more than 90%. So these are the few things I want to learn about the properties. So of course, for REITs, very straightforward. I buy REITs for dividend. What I will usually do is to track their dividend over at least the past 4 years, as you can see. Okay. Now, do you actually like the pattern? Yes or no? Do you actually like the dividend pattern over the last 4 years? Yes or no? Yes, thank you so much. Why? Because it's growing. Can you see consistently growing? Even during COVID period, 2019, 2020, can you see it's actually still growing? Okay, so I'm very happy. For DCF computation, we use financial year-end result for past year when the company issue half-year include. Okay, so number one, Alan, for REITs, I don't do DCF. And for in fact, for all the companies, I wouldn't use the half-year results. I don't need to be that precise. Now, if the professionals, they actually can do DCF based on half-yearly results. Okay, so you think about it, I use past 5 years, right? So what they do is they break down into 6 months period. The professionals, how they do it, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. So they actually look at past 10 periods. Okay, some even do DCF up to monthly basis on monthly results. So DCF is a black box. It's really up for you to tweak and turn. So personally, I don't think I need that kind of precision, so I stick to yearly. Alan, hope I answer your question. Okay, so continuation of income profile. Again, you can see first half 2022. Okay, very good. It's still increasing. Numbers are all increasing. So this one I get from presentation slides. Hopefully by now you all know where to get it. Okay, maybe I just show again. So please, if you have not read this document before, do yourself a favor. Financial results. Okay, investor relations, financial results. Go and read the presentation slides at least once. Okay, before you buy, at least once, go and read through once. Okay, it's a very good document. So this is where I just get all the information. Okay, asset increasing, NAV increasing. Very happy, nothing to say. Okay, now answer to, I think, yeah, Chun has a question. Work from home, hot desking, does it affect office usage? So I am not worried. Again, this is opinion. This is my opinion. Okay. Why is that so? Okay, the latest article will support my opinion. I think this is, I didn't put a date. I think it's quite recent, either in June or in August. Okay. Basically, the rental is actually going up, keep going up. And why is that so? Let's look at it in detail. Monthly grade A CDB rents improved by 0.4% on an average basis. Okay, this is due to net demand for grade A office more than doubling. Okay, what does net demand means? That means a renter minus off leaving. Those coming in minus off going out. That's what net demand means. Okay, coming in minus off going out. So your net demand is more than double. From 5,009 to first quarter in Q2. Year-on-year basis, the rent went up, up 1% higher than the 0.3% growth recorded in Q1. Okay. So based on Alan Chong from Salvis, apparently there seems to be a low level of new supplies. Okay, so what I understand here is this, a lot of demand is coming from China lah. Okay, so in fact, now you all know I work from home. I also work from cafe lah. WFC, I work from cafe. So now more and more, I sense that a lot more Chinese company. Of course, they speak in Chinese, you know, they're from China. Okay, Chinese company. I don't know whether any of y'all can share, is it the same experience? So what I do understand is a lot of Chinese companies, if they have decided to have like an overseas business, Singapore is a top choice for their overseas HQ. Okay, so I believe there is quite a significant number of all this demand from China. And the other force is this, I spoke to someone from Hong Kong, and is a lot of MNCs, they are also relocating okay, their offices to Singapore from Hong Kong. Okay, so for various reasons. Yep, so I believe, yeah, yes, TikTok, Baba. Okay, Ali, okay, maybe not Ali, okay, Alibaba, are they here? Okay, I'm not too sure about Alibaba, but the Ant is definitely here. Alibaba, do they have a HQ? I'm not too sure, but of course C is here. C is definitely here. Okay. So Chun Wen, answer your question. I don't think this work from home is going to impact it. So the number says it already. The demand is actually up there. That's why I'm still quite confident about Singapore office. Oh, by the way, it's actually quite scary. Today I want to go and WFC, I work from cafe. I went to Starbucks, cannot find seat. Wow, very sad. Okay, so this is about their businesses. Okay. Again, I actually look at the properties. Then try to see whether, you know, going forward, is it going to be good? So of course, I think my opinion is actually quite obvious. I actually quite like office. Same thing, business financial statement analysis. Okay, down here I look at two ratios. Interest cover. Okay, interest cover must be more than how many times to pass my test? Can someone please help to recall? Interest cover must be more than how many times? 3 times. Thank you so much. So this is a pass. Leverage must be less than how many times? 40. Thank you so much. So since I have this information, there's one more test I do. This is the debt maturity profile. That means every year, how many percent of the debt is going to mature? That means due for refinancing. So if there is, let's say, one particular year, very significant amount of debt that is going to what they call that, expire, I'll be worried. I'll be worried. Okay. So what is considered significant more than 35%? So in this case, you can see that the debt is actually quite well spread up. Don't have any particular more than 35%. So this is the profile that I like. I like this profile. So that I won't have heart attack. So let's say, for example, this REIT, 50% of the loan going to expire in 2024. And if let's say 2024 is a bad year, then got problem. So when it's well spread out, it's actually okay. So this is the profile I like. You don't have any particular year more than 35%. Okay, so it passed my test very well. Okay, pricing analysis. I use fair yield. Past 12-month dividends. 5.85 cents. Current price 103. Current dividend yield 5.37. Fair yield is 4.94. How you actually get this fair yield? You can get it from my website again. You can go to you. Okay, Keppel REIT. Keppel REIT 4.94. Okay. So dividend yield higher than fair yield, undervalued. Okay, happy.